Hey everyone, it's Luke here from LT Gaming and welcome back to you LT Gamers. Today I'm doing a quick review of the early access of Crimson Tactics: The Rise of the White Banner. Quite a mouthful. The game brings you on an epic adventure in the form of a turn-based tactical RPG. I mean, what is it with tactical RPGs at the moment? We've done Xenonauts 2, Jagged Alliance 3, and now this comes along. It's not even my favourite genre, but I cannot escape it. But I will say, I've been playing a lot of simulator games at the moment. I'm kind of obsessed with flight simulators and driving and all sorts of stuff, and this is a really welcome distraction. I might even say, it's better than Jagged Alliance 3 and Xenonauts 2? I don't know, I'll have to consult with Tom and get back to you, but my first impressions of this game with my first few hours of gameplay have been very strong. The game is also set in a medieval high fantasy world, very much like the original Final Fantasies and of course Triangle Strategy. You get to witness a massive political disruption through the lives of different characters and fight for the fate of the land. I have to say, the story in this game so far has kept me really interested. It's extremely violent and has some very adult themes in it, so if that's not your thing, I would stay away. To be honest, that kind of shocked me a little bit, but I enjoyed it. And look, let me qualify that, I didn't enjoy it because I wanted to see brutal violence, but for this type of game in a high fantasy setting, it shocked me, and that was probably a good thing. I was not expecting this game, and the developer came to me out of the blue, so I am very happy that it's impressed me so far. But before we dive into the rest of this quick review, make sure to like, comment and subscribe. Me and Tom appreciate all of the interaction, and we also love the trajectory that the channel is taking, so get on board. Crimson Tactics is coming to early access, so I have to say straight away, if you are not a fan of getting into games early that may never be finished, don't jump on board. Don't blame me, I'm just saying in an early access state, this is a pretty good game so far. Well, I will say that, but I haven't got to it yet. But yeah, you know, early access. Be careful, guys. Buyer beware. I have been told the game will come in at $30 US with a 20% launch discount. For your money, you will get 10 plus classes, 75 plus abilities, 3 mounts, and a 15 to 25 hour story campaign, depending on what game mode and difficulty you pick. And one thing that's very impressive with this game is the amount of different difficulty levels you can pick, with also a dynamic auto difficulty which was praised highly during its beta testing phase. If you're the sort of gamer that likes to punish yourself, there is a nightmare difficulty mode, and I'm sure that's going to give you plenty of challenge. You can play the game in 2 different ways, which you select at the beginning of your run, and that is a tactics or strategy mode. Controller support is not yet implemented, but will come during early access. To be honest, I kind of liked playing this with keyboard and mouse. As early access progresses, the game will add up to 55 hours of content once released, including more to the main story and side quests. But I will say you can definitely enjoy this game now as it's feature complete. My only real main gripe with the game so far was the lack of ultra-wide options. However, it did stretch and it didn't look out of proportion, so I'm not sure if maybe it was just me and my system, but the ability to select that out of the box wasn't there. Now, one thing that jumped out at me about this game immediately was the really cool music, the great animations, and the cool environments. It is very much like Triangle Strategy, but it has its own take on things, and that is refreshing. The music in particular, I'm a huge fan of great music in games, and it jumped out to me. It reminded me a lot of the themes present in the Final Fantasy games, but with a more modern update. And the music really fits the tone of the conversations. It's pretty cool. The storylines in these sort of games, I often just end up clicking past, but I did enjoy engaging with this one. But there's no doubting the highlight is definitely the battle system. Once a conflict is engaged, you are moved to the battle screen where you have a set of objectives that you need to complete. I found myself fighting tactically to make sure I went after the objective and not just kill all the enemy units. I also got to fight with allies during my game time, and this was a huge amount of fun. You are also able to explore the condition, equipment, abilities and magic of your individual characters and customize them to your heart's content. The ability to zoom out to a strategic elevation is also a very cool feature, and elevation plays a part in the tactical battles. I was also really happy to see that weather plays its part in these battles. As I played through these conflicts, I found myself really engaged. You are able to manage your party and bring different types of characters into the battles. In particular, I really liked the mage and priest class, and the spell effects are great. Like I said, I don't know if it's just because I'm playing a lot of very intense simulation games at the moment, but I sat down and played this for 4 hours straight, and that is rare for me. I'm intrigued to see where this goes during early access and how much more content they add. I plan on playing further into this game, and that's rare for me. If I'm reviewing a game, I often just drop them and move on, but I do want to see how this one develops, and I'll definitely include it in the patch note series and a follow-up as it gets closer to release. When I was doing my checking for this game, I always do my due diligence and look around about these type of titles and the discussions that are taking place. I saw that someone suggested that the main protagonist should be able to be named, and they have implemented that in its development, so the developer is listening to the fans. That's a positive sign. So, to conclude, I am enjoying Crimson Tactics a great deal, and I am happy to recommend it. Now, of course, it's coming in at $30, which is pretty high for an early access title, so I'm glad that they back it up with 25 plus hours of content. If you're looking for a tactical RPG set in a high medieval fantasy world, I think I said that the wrong way around, but you know what I mean, this is definitely one that you should check out and consider. So there we go, LT Gamers, another great game on our channel. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe, and as always, I'll catch you on the next one.